Good stuff.
Hey, we're here.
Good
We are
morning.
here. We are here. So hello, beautiful world. I'm calling in from Valencia, Spain. Adriana's in California, and Charlie, where are you calling from today?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Tennessee, Tennessee. Awesome. Well, so maybe some of you guys know, others may not, but we're part of a networking organization called BNI, which is the largest networking organization of its type in the world. And the beauty of it is that we are international. So everything that we do is digital, it's online, it's on Zoom, and we're able to pass business. So I hope in this conversation, maybe we could inspire some business professionals to jump on board so we could create a bigger net income for yourself as well. If I can start, Charlie, I want to talk a little bit about what you do specifically because everything with your business and your model is referrals while you sleep. And I think in today's world, it should be as automated as possible. For instance, I'm in the AI space, and I love AI because it allows me to be human. It allows me to do the best of my job and to stay in my heart zone, as opposed to doing the mundane type of business-ish things. So for you as well, in this automated world, referrals while you sleep, if you could talk to us a little bit about your mission with referrals while you sleep.
Yeah. The mission is that I'm able to work with clients that I love, doing the things that I love. And like so much time, what I used to waste so much time talking with people that didn't know who I was, didn't know whether they wanted to hire me. Like they just hopped on a call basically cold. And if you've been at any sales organization and got quote unquote cold leads, you've probably experienced it before where at the end of the day, you've like been on calls for 6 hours, 3 hours of people showing up and they show up and they're just like, well, why should I hire you? And I'm like, why in the world am I doing this when like people can learn about me beforehand? Like, what
Right.
if I could do it where I don't hop on a call until they know who I am, what I do, and they're 99% sure they want to hire me? Like, I'm able to do that. And so I started figuring that out. And, at first I'd record one of these, and literally, I don't know if you know this number, it used to take us 8 hours to edit one of these videos like this
Oof.
and make sure the captions are right and schedule them. And I'm the most impatient patient person that I know. So I spent like 5 years figuring out how to get it down to all we have to do is hit record, and now everyone that I know sees it.
Good.
Because if they spend time with me and I'm top of mind when they're ready, they're going to hop on a call and say, I think you can help me, can you?
Right. Yeah, Charlie, I love that. And we're going to get back to you in a little bit, Charlie, but rather, Adriana, hold tight because we're going to speak to you first. But Charlie, I was introduced to you by a loan officer buddy of mine. I was seeing him everywhere. I opened up my phone. There's this loan officer. His face is there, always, always, always top of mind. So whenever anyone thought of or spoke of loans, boom, I thought of this gentleman. And I even asked him, hey, what are you doing for marketing? So he introduced us to you. You are my favorite marketing tool by far because I am top of mind in a natural way. So it's very natural. There's a lot of trust built with my network and my audience. So I appreciate you. And Adriana, we have a different story. You were introduced to our networking organization actually by a current member. And he said, you know what, just come and visit us. And you felt an energy so much that day you had a lucky, lucky day. So tell us a little bit about why you joined our chapter. But I guess before that, what is your profession in this networking space?
So in this networking space, I represent the life insurance chair. So everything when it comes to planning for the unexpected, whether you're living or when you pass away, make sure your family is taken care of.
Nice. I love that. All right. So cool. So part of my favorite commercials that you always do is I am Adriana, your favorite life insurance agent. So you absolutely are. I have multiple policies with you. So thank you for protecting my family. So tell us a little about why did you choose us? What was it about the group that you felt that it would be a benefit to your business?
When I first got on, it was definitely the energy. It's early in the morning here in California, 7:45. I log on, but I do a lot of in-person networking. I've tried a lot of different things because I feel like making friends is the best way to build a business and also be top of mind. But when I got on, I felt not only the energy, but everyone was also very warm. And so even before I decided to hit the start button and run with this group, I already had multiple referrals, calls, connections, and it felt like family. And so much so that I probably engage more with this group, even though they're international, in person more than some of my own family.
There you go. I love that. Yeah. So Charlie, you're in Nashville. Adriana's in California, and I'm in Spain. For those that didn't catch that, and we do get together on Fridays at 7:50 PST, so California time, and that is for me 4:50 p.m. So it's kind of a later afternoon session for me, but every single Friday, that's kind of like my way to tap in. It's energy, it's efficient, but more importantly, it's effective. So it's not a social hour where obviously we love each other. We are friends, we're family, but more importantly, we're there for business. We're there to refer business, which I absolutely love. I think for me, I started in BNI in 2019. My father's been in BNI forever. So I would remember in my early 20s, I would go substitute for him. And I found out the BNI way. And even in high school, he's like, Adam, what does your buddy's dad do? What do their parents do? And as a kid, I'm like, Dad, that doesn't matter. What does it matter what they do? I'm all about like, we're human beings. And he's like, it matters. And it matters because we only have so much time in a day. So to work and align with professionals that could enhance our life, I think it's so crucial. So I'm so grateful for him. And then also I had a buddy who at the age of 23, he became a multimillionaire, and he accredited a lot of his success to BNI. So I said, I went to college. I did the normal route. I should listen to this guy a little bit more. So BNI for me has been a huge blessing. I absolutely love it. And I think for me as a human kind of a person, I love that it's relationship based. So one of the favorite things that I say is relationships and results matter most. Charlie, Adriana, you and I could be friends, but if I'm not delivering results for you guys, pretty quickly, you're going to say adios. So
Right.
Charlie, one of my favorite quotes of you is you say that you are strategically lazy. What does strategically lazy mean? And maybe you're speaking to someone else's soul.
Yeah, I will do a lot of leg work to make my future easier, and our Friday meeting is a really good example. For me, like I've got a really good friend and partner, Zach Hammer, and we were talking about, man, we need a consistent way to like get together once a week strategically for how can we make money together? How can we do business instead of it just being scattered? And, then he's got his friend Brooke, who all three of us should get together. And so our options were, one, we set up a time in the middle of the week and like we had to organize it and manage it. Or I was like, hey, we've got another group of business professionals. Like, why don't we invite you here? Now we're all sharing the load. Many hands make light work. And so now me, Brooke, Zach meet together. Now we've got Caesar. We've got you. I met you. So now our group meets, and we've got people that like normally wouldn't be like a normal business partner for me. Like Kelly, she works in HR, a rock star, one of my favorite people. Like normally we would never meet once a week business, but because her people are there too, like it's just created this giant, this one big fire. Right. Yep. And it's strategically lazy because we're all carrying this load. So it's not super heavy. And, when I've got a friend that might not be a good connection for me, but it might be for you, I say, hey, come join me. I've got some businesses that probably want to send you some referrals.
Absolutely.
And it's easy. And when I'm there, you're going to say I'm awesome. So it's not what I say, it's what other people say, so it's just an amazing way to make sure that I'm connecting with the people that can send me a lot of business, that I can send a lot of business to. Because there's businesses that when I connect my clients to them, I'm their hero.
Yep.
My clients need these businesses. Well, hell, why don't I bring those businesses into this group so that when I refer a client, like not only like they're going to not just take care of my client because I sent them, but because now they're connected to you, they're connected to Adriana. So it builds this strategically lazy accountability as well for all my partners.
Sure. We're leveraging each other's gifts. We're truly leveraging each other's gifts. Charlie, we got on this call and I'm like, Charlie, gosh darn it, what's this? How do I do this little program? Blah, 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 blah. And sure enough, you know the way, you know the answer. Adriana, you're coming up next. I have a huge question for you and it's very heart-centered. But Charlie, before we go to Adriana, talk to us about the VCP model. What does that mean in the BNI space?
Visibility, credibility, profitability. I mean, that's business, right? Like you got to be visible. No one's going to buy from you if they don't know about you.
Right.
Next, you got to get credible. Like they got to trust you, right? They're going to give you some kind of money. What's cool about BNI is you meet once a week. We connect like this. Like we're having a conversation. Credibility happens when other people say, I've hired Adam. It was awesome. I've hired Adriana. It was awesome. So when you hear other people say you're great, when you show up every week, people just get comfortable with you, right? So if you're visible and you're credible, I say if you're top of mind and trusted, you make the money. You get profitability. So visibility, credibility equals profitability.
Profitability. Absolutely. So there's a true story about this. And this is Adriana, my favorite life insurance agent. Adriana, when you joined, obviously I loved your energy, but I didn't know much about you. Every single week you show up, every single week. I have other life insurance policies elsewhere. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't need another one. I already have it. But because you came every single week, because I could hear your heart, I could hear your mission, I could hear your expertise, I said, I need to get more life insurance because, she is my favorite life insurance agent. So thank you so much for protecting my family. And Adriana, if you could share something powerful, like what's a favorite story of a client that you've helped?
So I'll kind of, first I want to say thank you and I'm honored to be your life insurance agent. I don't take it lightly because a lot of people come into this space and there's good, better, and best, just like with every industry. And so that's what makes it very powerful to be part of BNI. You get to know why the people that you're making the referrals to are how they're separated from others in their industry. And so protecting somebody's life and legacy, it's not a number, it's what that number is going to do for their family. And so when people say $25,000, $100,000, $1 million, those are nice numbers on a lottery ticket or on like some kind of neon sign, right? But when you put that with the family and say, hey, this $25,000 is going to make sure that no matter what, the kids' sports are always going to be taken care of. This $500,000 is going to pay off the house. No matter what, my wife's not going to worry about having to go back to work. And she'll worry and she'll do more of being there for the kids, whatever. And so I like to really sit down and hear what's important to my clients. And so it's not transactional. And I don't think even if I tried to be, I could be. So with that being said, 35 years ago, somebody sat down with my dad. He, at the time, already had an alcohol problem. He was uninsurable, but somebody kept trying, somebody kept talking to him, and they got him a policy. And when he ended up passing away, the last thing I was thinking about was insurance, money, paying things off. What I wanted was my dad. But I kept on getting these calls from a life insurance company, and they said, there's this money for you. And I said, I don't need this money. But little did I know I did. Grieving my dad, it was a sudden and tragic death. And I was working in law enforcement. So to lose your dad in a a traumatic way suddenly and have to go back to work, go on the streets, be like in that mindset was really hard for me. So when the job said you have 3 days, come back, otherwise you're absent without pay, I went back.
Jeez.
And I thought, like, man, my dad left me this because somebody talked to him about it. And so I was able to lean on that money to be able to have a little bit of clarity in that space and think, what do I really want to do? Fast forward a few months, I have a career-ending injury. I'm laying there in bed, not able to walk, thinking, what am I going to do? I get this random message on Facebook. You look ambitious, hardworking, and so it's completely scripted. But I said, what does this person know about me? But I do need to make money, and I know there's money in this space. It was either real estate or that. I wasn't going to sell a house laying in bed, but I could sell insurance, without being able to walk. And so I did that, and that's how my insurance journey started. I fell in love with it, and there was no turning back. So I decided to become the expert in my industry, be able to help people. I love doing face-to-face, whether it's kneecap to kneecap or computer to computer, really getting to know my clients. And so that's one of my favorite life insurance stories. And had I had the policies that I offer today, things would have been a lot different. I would have had access to a lot of money to be able to cover the bills, be able to get better access treatments that insurance doesn't cover. A lot of the holistic stuff or things that right now I'm doing peptides and stuff that's really helping me heal. So I'm so thankful for the money that insurance has allowed me to make so I can access that stuff. But had I had it, things would have been different. But I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And so that's how I ended up here in insurance and a couple of my favorite life insurance stories.
You're awesome, Adriana. So Charlie, we're going to go now to BNI and specifically our chapter. So if we can very quickly share a story within the chapter of like, not an aha moment, but just a moment that inspired you or that it was funny or impactful in any type of way that maybe someone from the outside that has no idea what we do or what BNI is, if you could share that story with us.
Man, so the one that comes to mind is one that me and you had a couple months ago. Like I built Referrals While You Sleep, and I ran a real estate team for 13 years. And this winter, I was like, I'm shutting down the real estate team. It's Referrals While You Sleep all the way. And me and you, we had a call, and you're like, how are you going to replace the income? And I was like, well, here's my plan. Like, I'm going to. And your mind started like just working, like you've known me for a while. And so we're working on a couple of things that, I mean, could be 8-figure deals because of our powers combined. And it's not taking us a ton of time, right, really to do it. So the concern that you had, the care that you had, along with like the visibility and the credibility was already there. Like, a lot of really cool people. I know a lot of really cool people. Like, I didn't have to reach out to someone and try to build that relationship. That relationship was it was automatic, right? Like, right. I just showed up and I'm myself. And so when that happened, like, you were like we spent 30 minutes and we're working towards it. That's one of the 22 people that are in our group, right? I could also talk about, our friend Clayton, who, his mom passed away recently. And, business can feel lonely, but he wasn't. He came back. He's like, thank you all for like just letting me know, like, I'm thinking of you and you care. And, like, those are two, like, not only am I not alone, I've got a group of people, but I've got really smart, strategic people that we've committed, like we're going to help each other's business. Givers gain. You can't outgive the universe.
Absolutely.
Those are just here within the last 3 months that have happened. They keep happening.
Love that. Yeah, I think about you often because I have two daughters, 15 and about to be 10. And you always tell us, and you tell me specifically, that you want to create a network of powerful influencers so that way you could pass on that network to your kids. So any problem that your kids may have in their future, in their life, because they're going to have problems, they have my number, Adriana's number, you know, many of your contacts to get them through that next phase. So I really appreciate that. And Adriana, like if no one knows about BNI, you know, what is it from your own heart? What does BNI mean to you from your heart?
BNI from my own heart, I think it came at the perfect time because I had felt, this something that I felt, and I felt like I was in the world alone. I would meet people, and the first thing that I would think of is how can I send them business? How can I help support their business? And not knowing that the reason why I had such a strong feeling and desire to do that for people was that I did want the same for myself, but I was maybe too scared to ask. Or, that was one of the things that I struggled with going out and putting my face out there and advocating for myself. But the minute that I'm talking about Charlie, the minute that I'm talking about Adam, Kamiko, Sandra, other people on our team, man, I will stand and shout from the rooftops how freaking amazing they are. And so that is comes so easy for me. But when it comes to myself, I struggled a little bit. And then learning about Giver's Gain, I stumbled across the books about the same time I met Steve Wilson. And I was like, wow, the universe is so good. God, the universe, everything was aligned. And I was like, this is everything that I've been hoping, praying, and wishing for. Because not only did it teach me that, yes, you are doing the right thing by referring other people and being a giver, but it's also okay for the ask. And this is a safe place to give the ask, to let people know what would most help me today in my business. And so that's what I really how it resonates with me in my heart. And the more that you give, it's just going to come back to you. And it does feel like tenfold. And you're not so focused on, you don't get caught up in that. In what you're receiving, because you're already thinking about who else can I refer. And it's not checking a box. It just comes naturally because you really want to see each other succeed in the business to grow. And then also like, what else can we do? It's always like every conversation seems to be like, how else can we partner and put our puzzle pieces together?
I agree. The other day we have a group chat and I put in the chat, oh my God, I gave a referral to so-and-so and I gave a referral to so-and-so. And it's exciting. It's exciting for me as a, I love it because it's more exciting to give business to somebody else as opposed to getting business, kind of like Christmas, right? It's so much more impactful to gift somebody something meaningful than to receive. So it's just a beautiful thing. I do hope that somebody out there that's listening to this live stream right now, whether you're a business owner, the beauty of BNI, obviously we are one chapter, but there are thousands of chapters around the world. And I think one of the most impactful things is that it's only one position per group. So Charlie is our marketing guru. Adriana is our life insurance specialist. We have other specialists that only one could enter. So that just means that we are only feeding Adriana life insurance clients. So I hope somebody that's listening will say, hey, maybe I started a business or I'm new to business or I have a business and I want to increase my business. I should learn more about this BNI chapter. So Charlie, how do they find out about us? What's the next step for somebody that's interested in joining our networking organization?
Yeah, well, I mean, a great thing, come to our meeting on Friday. We do have businesses that want to give you referrals just for coming to visit us. 7:45 Pacific, 9:45 Central. So you can reach out to Adam, Adriana, or myself. Would love to invite you. And then you can also, go to BNI. You can search BNI. They're a huge organization. I'm sure there's chapters near you. There's virtual chapters. For me personally, there was like 10 years where I could not be a part of a chapter because me and my family, we travel all the time. And when I join, I commit to we're going to meet weekly. I'm going to help your business. You're going to help mine weekly. And so I couldn't meet it with a local chapter. Now I'm online. I was in Puerto Rico for the month of February, and I was on all the meetings. And I can travel wherever I am. I was on Beach Friday. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you're a local service business, look locally. If you're able to work with people all over the states, come join us. If we're a good fit, great. If not, we'll help you find a great one.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's bni.com. Please search us. We are the Profit Builders. Actually, you could go to bni/vc.com and then search Profit Builders. But you have myself. Absolutely would love to help you and get you on your path to a bigger net income. So I want to say thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Adriana, for this amazing interview. And I love all the work that you do in your guys' mission. So appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank
You're the
you,
best.
guys.
Let's go make money.
Let's
Let's go.